Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Have you ever noticed something that isn't loud, isn't dramatic, yet becomes harder and harder to ignore the more closely you look? Not because it demands attention, but because its honesty feels too real to be dismissed. Today, we're not going to discuss theories. We're not going to draw grand conclusions. We're not going to force meaning. We're simply going to move slowly, tracing the small details. Separate posts, ordinary-looking moments. And yet, somehow, they feel connected. One morning that begins with Jimin's signature calm. One night filled with Jungkook's noise, energy, and unrestrained laughter. Two different spaces. Two contrasting moods. And yet, between them, there is a delicate thread that seems to remain connected, without needing to be announced, without needing to be explained. Let's look at it together. Not with prejudice, but with attention. Even though their posts appeared separately, the small details become difficult to ignore when observed carefully. They don't shout. They don't ask for the spotlight. And precisely because of that, they feel honest. That day began in a very Jimin way. He opened the morning through an Instagram story. Nothing grand. No important announcement. Just a simple update that felt personal. Choreography practice, he wrote, accompanied by a smiling face emoji. That short sentence felt like a whisper, as if he wasn't speaking to millions, but to those who truly wanted to see him as he is. The day began with a routine he loves. A body moving with the music, sweat falling, and the calm that only comes when he dances. He also shared a photo with Hobie. Both looked clean, neat, and professional. Two artists standing firmly in a world they've built together. But what stood out most wasn't the visual, it was the atmosphere. There was a controlled serenity. Jimin wasn't showing off anything. He was simply present. And that presence felt real. A few hours later, the mood shifted. Jungkook appeared with an update that was completely different. Not a practice room, not focused silence, but the roar of a concert and the energy of a crowd. He was seen attending a concert with his friends, including Mingyu. Relaxed, free, fully immersed in the moment. His outfit immediately caught attention. Casual, strong, with a vibe that reminded many people of the mic drop era. Without trying too hard, Jungkook looked striking. There's something about the way he stands, moves, and laughs that always feels natural, as if the spotlight never truly changed who he is. In several video clips, he can be seen moving calmly through the crowd. Security was around him. His manager was likely nearby. Yet Jungkook looked at ease, like someone who feels safe in that space. There was one small moment that felt deeply human, when he suddenly realized he was being filmed. His surprised expression was clearly captured, along with the spontaneous sound he made the moment he noticed the camera pointed at him. Not staged. Not prepared. A genuine reaction, without a mask. Jungkook attended the CXM concert, a project led by S.Kuz and Mingyu. His presence subtly reaffirmed the strong bonds of friendship between them. Throughout the event, he sat next to Hao and Dino, sharing moments in a relaxed, natural way. No exaggerated gestures. No deliberate spotlight. He was there as a friend. Not a global icon. Not the center of the stage. Just someone showing up to support the people he values. For many fans, this moment felt special. Jungkook is rarely seen openly attending events like this. And precisely because of that, the meaning felt deeper. Without extra stages, without dramatic expressions, he showed the most honest form of support. Being there, enjoying it, and fully present. That day, Jungkook was also known to have attended a 17 concert with Minho, the 8. From there, several short videos circulated, showing a very natural side of Jungkook. Smiling, laughing, truly alive in the moment. Not rushing. Not keeping distance. He was fully there. There was also a small story that circulated, simple, yet heartwarming. My friend ran into Jungkook while leaving the bathroom, and Jungkook even nodded to greet him. He's really kind. That brief story feels like a reminder. Behind all the achievements and global spotlight, Jungkook remains a warm person. And that's nothing new. His kindness has always been part of who he is. Other small details were noticed as well. In one video, Jungkook appeared to be using a new dark blue phone, suggesting he may have switched iPhones. Meanwhile, Jimin was seen using his own phone, which looked like a Samsung. But when looking back at previous posts, there was one white iPhone that appeared repeatedly, first in Jungkook's hand, and later also seen being used by Jimin. From there came a quiet assumption that made many people pause. That white iPhone may indeed have been something they shared. Now, Jungkook has moved on to a new phone, while the white iPhone remains, as if it's a small object holding onto an old habit. No confirmation. No explanation. Just a simple detail that feels too consistent to ignore. Around the same time, BigHit Music released an article with a firm headline. Rest is not a problem. BTS proves they are world-class artists. The message was clear. BTS is still BTS. Even after a long break, their position hasn't shifted. Their influence hasn't faded. On March 20th, BTS is scheduled to release their fifth full album titled ARIRANG, marking a highly anticipated comeback as a complete group. After nearly 3 years and 9 months of hiatus due to mandatory military service, there had been concerns that BTS's standing might weaken. But time answered everything. During the hiatus, the K-pop landscape changed drastically. New groups emerged. New figures rose to prominence. The global market became more crowded. Yet the article emphasized one crucial point. While many followed in BTS's footsteps, no one truly replaced them. BTS's influence continued to operate even when they weren't standing together on stage. Their music remained alive on global charts. Each member, individually, demonstrated consistent appeal. The world's anticipation for BTS's comeback was clearly reflected in the numbers. Within 48 hours of the tour announcement, travel searches to Seoul increased by 155%. In Brazil, searches for bus tickets to Sao Paulo surged more than 600-fold. Weverse recorded nearly a 3-fold increase in new signups. On Spotify, within 2 days of the album pre-save opening, the number surpassed 1 million. By the 4th day, it exceeded 2 million, placing BTS's comeback alongside the highest global records. The ARIRANG World Tour will begin on April 9th at Goyang Sports Complex, then continue across 34 cities with a total of 82 concerts. Every region shows similar enthusiasm, as if the world is waiting for this moment together. International media also highlighted its impact. The Guardian described BTS's tour as a global event with tangible economic effects in every host city. All of this reinforces one thing. BTS is not just a music group. Every step they take creates waves. Every appearance becomes an event. And in the middle of all that, between Jimin's quiet practice and Jungkook's carefree laughter, there is a balance that feels complete. Between routine and freedom. Between calm and chaos. It doesn't need to be said out loud. Because for those who truly see, everything is already speaking. Amid global spotlights and astonishing numbers, it is these small details that feel the most meaningful. Morning practice, laughter at a concert, presence without seeking an extra stage. Jimin and Jungkook never need to explain anything. They simply live in their own rhythms. And somehow, those rhythms continue to align. Just like BTS itself. Even in a pause, they keep moving. Even in silence, their influence is still felt. And perhaps that is the answer. That the most real things never need to be shouted. Thank you for watching Jikook Moments. If you felt the same way while noticing these details, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in the next moment, because for those who truly see, the story never really ends.